Good morning, it's Sally here from Dotty B. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be starting on my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery volume 5 part, I can't remember what it is. It's the box anyway, making a box and decorating it with slow stitch. I have had a look around my craft room, and sorry, I'm just checking that I've moved my camera so you can see more of my desk, and I'm just making sure that you can see everything. Right, so yes, I've had a look around my craft room. I did pull out a couple of boxes, but I've pulled out this one here. This is, let me just tip it up this way, you'll probably see what it is. It's an old, I think it's probably 1960s sewing box. If I open it up, it's really tatty. It's coming apart at the seams. It's dirty. And I don't like this on top. I know it's probably typically 60s, but I don't particularly, it might be 60s, 70s, I don't know what it is. I don't particularly like it anyway. So I've had it for a while, and as I've mentioned before, I do buy to sell, and I sell in an antiques shop, vintage shop. And this is one of the boxes that sewing boxes that I got, and it did have lots of bits and bobs in. So I've the bits and bobs have gone to the shop, but this I can't really sell it. I like the design. I love this bit and the orange stripe that goes all the way around. And it's in fairly good condition, apart from that it's just a bit tatty. It did look better than this actually when I picked it out of my cupboard, because I have had a little play around with it just to make sure it's sturdy inside. And it's, you know, if I'm going to put in the effort to make this nice, I don't want it falling apart. So so I've had a little pick around with it. Now, whenever I opened it, there was always like dust coming out of the where the hinges are. And what had happened was, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the top off, because I have already done this. What had happened is, I haven't actually pulled it all the way off. The glue that was holding the plastic top had all disintegrated, and it was like powder. So that was what the dust. In fact, I can still see it in here. I'm going to just try and take. I should have done this before, but I thought it would come off easily. It's not going to come off. I'll leave it there for now. So anyway, I have had a fiddle around. It's difficult to show you everything, and I've also taken this bit off just to see what was underneath. That's just cardboard that's stuck down, that hasn't come up. So this is going to go anyway. What I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully remove this trim, and I'm hoping I can keep this. I'm going to wash it and see if I can keep it, because I might not need it on this piece, but I will need it on here. So I'm going to take all this trim off, and I did try and take some off, and it kind of ripped a little bit. I can't remember where I saw it that it had ripped. It's very delicate. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's hardly any glue holding it all together. So I'm hoping that I can salvage it, and I'm hoping that I can use that as the trim, because once I do whatever I'm going to do in here, it'll go over the side a little bit, and then I'll need to pop the trim back on. So that's what my hope is. Oh, that's why it wouldn't come off, because it's still stuck. It's still stuck down here. I thought I'd pulled it all off, but obviously not. There, it should come off now. Let me see. Is it going to? Yeah, it's come off. Okay, so we've got rid of the top. So it's still a bit mucky. I have given it a good wipe over, but I might go and give it a wash. So I've got this here as well to come up. I'm going to actually keep this for a template so I can see how big I need the base. It's just a little bit dusty, so that's that. I'm going to use as a template so I know how big my base is. And then the construction is, there's just sides here. See, these have got all like moth holes and stuff in. So, but I'm going to use them as a guide, and then I'll be able to see how, basically how it's all constructed together. And it's coming apart now. And also I can measure them to make sure that when I re-upholster it or whatever I'm going to do to it, and add my slow stitching inside, I know the measurements. So hopefully it will come together. Now, I've had a look at the calendar and we've got 5 weeks this month, so we've got kind of like an extra month to do. So I'm hoping that I will have enough time. There we go. And that's that. So it really is just like a, in fact, it's not even, that's where it's, oh, that's where it's joined then, like that, is it? Yeah. So I'll be able to see how it's all constructed and everything, and take my measurements. So I'll be keeping those for now. I will detach this trim, but I'll do it to the, it smells as well horrible. It smells horrible. It smells really fusty. Yeah, so I'm going to wash the trim and see what I can get out of it. So, oh yeah, this needs dusting now. Right, it's really dusty inside. So, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the lid and forget about that little bit for now and get rid of all the mucky bits. Okay, so kind of, I'll do my desk of dust as well. It's yuck. Okay, so right. Next thing to do is what fabric I'm going to use. Now I am thinking of using a florally fabric on top. Then inside I want to a slow stitch. I want to do some patchwork. So whether that's going to be patchwork, and I'm thinking of a pocket as well. I think I'm going to have a pocket there, and then inside will be plain, maybe plain sides, and then do something on the bottom. Not sure yet, or I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll decide as we go along, I think. So first things first, let me just pop this out the way. Oh, look at my desk. It's disgusting. Okay, I have pulled out some fabrics that I like to have a look at and see what goes. I wonder if I can do it like that and like that. So bearing in mind this has got an orange trim, I kind of want to keep it within that, you know, matchy in a way. Like, it's really hard to show, but that was my first choice, well, one of my choices, which I love. This is an older apron, but it is really thin fabric, and I don't know whether that's going to be hard wearing enough. So that was my first choice anyway. Then I also like this, but it hasn't got any orange in, but I just thought it's kind of that period, but it doesn't. I don't know whether it goes. That was another one. This one here is a tablecloth. Again, it's quite thin, but I thought the colours, can you see that? How the colours go lovely. They look really nice, don't they? So that is, I'm going to put that as a possible. Let's pop it up just there. Okay, then I like this, but I don't think it's wide enough. Oh, hang on, it might be. But I suppose it's not the right orientation, is it? It kind of goes with the peachy orangey colour. I could perhaps use that somewhere else. I don't quite like that basket. So I'm going to pop that as a possible. Then there was this here, and I thought, this has got red on, but I thought, could it pass as orange? Not sure. Not sure. I think that's going to be a no. And then I had that, and I thought, it's too pink. Then I've got this one here. Look at this. Now it is a thin fabric, so I would have to line it with something because it's quite an open weave fabric, but it's got holes in as well, so I'm not sure. I might be able to take, what's that side like? Look at that. That goes so well, doesn't it? Oh, hang on. I think I'm going to sneeze. Oh, I think it's the dust. So that is one of my possibles as well. Then I've got this one, which I love. Now this would give me the blue, green and orangey tones to work with, which I quite like as a combination. So is that the beginning of my, I mean, look at it, look how the square, you know, that's lid shaped, isn't it? What do you think? That, yes, I do think that's going to be the front runner. And then there's this, which I absolutely adore. Now, I bought this in mind with the, kind of like my next project. I'm going to do something with these yellow roses. And it is of the era, but it doesn't quite go with the orange. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to put it away and save it for another day, I think, that one, as much as I love it. So let me just get my nose out of the way. And go back to the yeses or maybes. So that is a possible. That one I love because it's lovely and zingy, and how bright is that? And then there's that tablecloth. So I'm going to get rid of the tablecloth because it's not quite the, because it's a sewing box as well. It will be nice to have a little piece of vintage sewing on it, I think. So it's between these two, this one or this one. And this one, as much as I love it, it's limiting my palette to oranges and greens, whereas this one will give me a blue as well. And then that can be my palette for inside the box. Oh, I don't know what to go for. They're both really lovely, aren't they? Where's the bit that isn't ripped? That bit there. Oh. You see, also I've got this, it's a funny shape. It's like got a little bit on there. So I'm not going to be able to use the whole of it. I've got to use that, I suppose, or what would that way be like? I could get enough of the colours, but just do this one again. I think this one, because it fits so perfectly as a whole, I think it's got to be that. Yeah, I'm going to make a decision. And that's going to be my decision. I'm just going to fold that one up, put that one out the way. So that's going to be my top. And then, yeah, I think so. Can you see? I don't know how to position it so you can see all of it, but that's going to look good, I think. I'm going to be pleased. I'm determined to make a project that I'm pleased with this time, because although I liked the last project, I wasn't 100% on it. So this one I want to make sure I'm putting a lot of effort into this. So I want to make sure that I'm going to like it, and I'm going to use it because this will be so handy. I'll be able to pop something in it, some bits in it for storage. So that is the outside, and then I've got my inside. So Oh, can you see all the dust down there? Ugh. It's like, I don't know, 70, 80 years old dust. So I'm going to give this a good scrub and get it nice and clean. And then let's have a look. Pop it away. So these are going to be my colours anyway. So I've got my colour guide now. So anything inside is going to match this. And I'm going to bring this back in. Now, although it has got blue, but it's also got a purpley. But I do love that. I don't think it's going to matter that there's a little bit of purple in there. And then I'm going to go and grab some. You see, now that I've got blue, let me just, oh, I've got some offcuts actually. This one here. I can use anything blue, green, beiges and orange. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, yeah, happy with that. And then underneath this, I've got some, I think it might be curtain interfacing. I'm going to pop a piece of this underneath this. Might do one or two, I'm not sure yet, and then that'll go on the lid. So I think I'm going to, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and take this, the box outside and get it cleaned. And then I might pop back and start fitting the lid, doing the lid. So I'll be back soon. Right, I'm back. So I've now cleaned out the box. Still a little bit of paper stuck down, but I'm not bothered about that because I'm going to go over that. I've put the braid in to soak in some water. The water's gone filthy already, so I'm going to have to change the water in a little while and then leave it soaking overnight. I think is what I'm going to do. If I can get that off. Not to worry. Okay, so what I've done is all of those pieces that I've took out, the fabrics, I've measured them. And what I've also done is I've cut some calico. So I've placed this is top inside, so that's there. And I've measured the piece that I took out. So I've got a guide. I've also measured I think this is the top outside. What I did was I placed this upside down on the calico, just drew round it and left a good inch all the way around, just thinking room, I'm calling that, because I know I need some kind of a hem, and what's got to happen is it's got to go round. So it's probably about right actually, if you can see that. But this is just a guide because I'm having this on top, so obviously I've got to see how wide that is, and I think it's wide enough to go over. So that's that one. I've put the top out. I have also done the base, so that's the base, and I've left a little hem round, or whatever it is, that, and then that will tuck over and stick down. And then this one I've done the size as well. I've measured the size. I've left them a little bit bigger. Again, it's a bit of thinking room. And that will go around there. So, and then this calico I'm going to use as my base to stitch on as well, just to give it a little bit of structure, make it a little bit thicker, and so it'll be nicely padded. I am aware I've got hinges, but I've noticed that when I close it, there is quite a lot of, can you see the room there? I think it's tipping down now because I've took all of the padding out and everything, but I think it's supposed to go like that, kind of like that. So I have got a little bit of room. Hopefully you can see that. I've got a little bit of room, just a bit of leeway to where I'm going to so I'm going to cover over the hinges with hopefully the braid. If the braid doesn't work out, then I will buy new braid, but I thought it would be nice, just a nod to the old basket, to have a piece of the braid on there, because it's quite pretty. I like the braid, but if it doesn't clean up well, or it disintegrates, which I think there is a possibility it may do, then I'm going to have to buy new. But I've got to go over the hinges, and then on the, wherever I did the top inside, that will just about perfect to go over, because what's going to happen is this is going to overlap, so I'm going to have an overlappage there, and then that's going to neaten up all the edges, cover those two hinges, and then I'll have braid. And then there is a gap here, if you can see, there is a gap where I can put my fabric through this side, so I'm going over the top and then under here. I will just have to cut it where the hinges are, but then when I've got my other piece over the top, you shouldn't be able to see it. It should be okay. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll be what's going to happen. So I'm going to cut my wadding, interfacing, whatever it is, just to give a little bit of padding. So I'm just going to pop this out like this. Pop that on upside down. I'm just going to stand up for this, as it's easier. Grab my pencil, and it's all sticking. Right, I can go to the edge because I am just cutting out the exact size. Oh, I just snapped my pencil there. That's about right. Okay, let's see how we go with that. Notice that the edges are kind of rounded off, so try and cut it rounded off as well. See how that looks. Okay, not too bad. Right, where's my fabric? Let's see what that feels like on it. Going to cut another one just to see what it feels like. I might double it up. Okay, let's see what that looks like, or feels like. Yeah. I think I'm going to go for 2. I'm just wondering whether I should have kind of gone over the edges a slight bit over the edge. How can I pretend that's cut a little bit longer there? Yeah, I think I should have gone a little bit over actually. What I'll do is I'll leave one as it is, and I'm going to cut one a little bit bigger. I think what I'll do is I'll draw it again. Just stand up again. Pencil. May as well do it well, hadn't we? Rather than me not bothering and then thinking, oh, I wish I'd have done that. Right, so I'm going to just cut this one a little bit bigger than what I've drawn. Let's get rid of that. Okay, let's see what that does. Should I put that one on first? Let's put that one on first. And then the one that's a bit bigger on top. Just got to remember that I'm just trying to line it up with the hinge, with where I don't want it to go underneath. I just want it to kind of go over the edge. So I might have to just trim that down a little bit. But let's see what it feels like with that on top. Yeah, that feels better. The edges just aren't quite as sharp as they were. Just a little bit softer. Yeah. So that's good. Good. Right, so I wonder if I could glue that down. Like a Pritt stick. Or Yoo-hoo stick, glue stick. I could do the first one, couldn't I? Okay, so that's the first one. Straight. Doesn't look straight. Like that. If it doesn't stick, it doesn't stick. It doesn't matter, because once the fabric's on, it'll be fine. And then I think that's going to be fine over those edges. Even if it tucks under a little bit, it doesn't matter. It's just that hinge bit. Okay, so let's say I'm happy with that. I might just chop the corner away slightly. I might have to do something more with that, I'm not sure. Okay, that's for now. And then the bit I'm I'm kind of delaying. I don't like cutting into that one, so that's got a stain on. Let me just see what the other one's like. I don't like cutting into linens, but sometimes you have to. So go for this one. Yeah, I think that one's okay. Can't see any damage to it. Okay, yeah, right. About equal there. About equal there. Okay, right, here goes. I'm just going to go for it. I know I've cut more than I need. And that one will be put away for another project. Do something else with it. Okay, so I've done that. Yeah, I'm going to need to cut about 1 inch off. Don't know if I want to do any more cutting at the moment, just because of measuring up inside when I've done my next piece. I think I'm going to leave that like that for now, and then cutting will come when I actually assemble it, I think. I don't know. I'm going to just leave it like that for now. I don't want to do something and then think, oh, I shouldn't have done that, because, you know, because I shouldn't have done this to A because B doesn't fit my next piece. So let's leave that for that, like that. But I really love that. I don't know whether you can see the orange stripe and how we've got the orangey bits on the top. I think that works really well. I'm really happy with that. So that's one thing. Right, so what have we got? Oh, top outside. I did put that on, did I? I could put that on as well. Just give it a bit more padding. We'll see. Might not need it. Okay, leave that there. So this is top. No, this is base. Base, obviously sides. And this must be the top inside. Now this hasn't got, I haven't done any seams to this, and I will need seams because what I'll need to do when I attach it, I'll need to kind of make a nice edge, I think, on that one. So I do need seams on this. So let me just put plus seams. Don't forget my seams, and that one I've got seams on, and this one I've cut to have seams on as well. So that's that. Okay, so I need to decide what I'm going to do, top, bottom, sides, inside. I'm going to have, I would like to use this fabric, not this particular piece, because it hasn't got that many flowers on. Where's the big bit I've got? Hang on, let me just show you the big bit I've got. Yeah, that's there. It's just a repeat of that all over the fabric, but this I love, and I think it will go. Let me just pop, there you go, look, it would definitely go because of the blue now. So I am going to either do this, shall I do this on the base, or shall I do it on the lid, the inside? That's not, I don't need that bit. Let me think. if I'm putting things in there, I won't always see the bottom, so I'm going to put this on the bottom. The reason being is because I am going to do some slow stitching and work on one of them, and I want that to be seen, so I'm going to have that on my top lid, on the lid, inside lid. So my base is going to be this, which I think will just about fit perfectly. I think I'm going to take another section because I love this rose here, and I don't want this to be, if I cut that, then it's going to be like that because I'm going to have a hem on it. So I'm going to take a piece from a bit further inside the fabric, maybe this one here. Oh, there is two patterns. There's the smaller cluster here, and then there's a larger cluster here. You can see that, but this one here has got the rose that I like, so I want that showing. So I'm going to use this piece here. Again, I need my template, which is where is this, the base? That's top inside. Base. So what I'm going to do is kind of make sure it's kind of central and all my flowers are showing. I'm just going to bring that up a tad, I think. Yeah, I think that's about right. For the base, on the old one, let me just grab it. It's a piece of fabric covered in cardboard, piece of card. So I think I might do the same. I've got some card. I'm just going to stand up while I cut this piece of fabric out. Right, let me just get rid of this big piece. Okay, there we go. Then let me just grab my card. I think I've got some cards somewhere in here. What size do I need? Somewhere there. Somewhere there. Somewhere there. Something like that. Which is not level at all. Just double check that. Right, I did measure. Okay, I did do measurements. Okay, so the base is 9.5 inches. No, that can't be right. Oh, yeah, okay, it's by 7 inches, sorry. I'm going the wrong way. Oh, okay. It's there, 7 by 9.5. just going to that is slightly too big. That is perfecto. Okay, so when, hopefully you can see inside, when the sides, because this juts out more, when the sides are in, they will probably meet that and then they will tuck under. So I'll put the side, when I construct everything, I will put the sides on first with a little hem and then like a little lip, and then that will go over the top just to neaten everything off. So that's good. Everything else has fell off now, but never mind. Just gonna put those back there. That's my template for my base. I think I'm going to pop that on as well. I'm just thinking, shall I put glue? Put glue on. I don't see why. I think it will hurt. What I might do is now trim this off a little bit. I'm going to trim it right back, I think, to this size, and then I can glue this on as well, can't I? I think, oh, one of my paper scissors, not cutting very well. My fabric scissors aren't cutting very well either. I don't know what's wrong with these. I think I need some new ones. I'm not having it at all. I don't like it. Don't know why. I only ever cook fabric with them. I think I'm going to just need to trim the corners a little bit more. Just want to make sure it's in the right position. Okay. Okay, that is the base. How easy peasy was that? Let's just have a quick look. There we go. That's going to go in there. Lovely. So, now what we're doing with the top, done the base, all done. Just pop that way actually to dry. Okie dokie. So now all I need to do, that was the easy bit. This is probably going to be the hardest bit. Well, I think it'll be putting it in actually, but putting the sides on, but hey ho, get it done somehow. So I think we'll leave it there actually, because that's quite a long video, I should think. I'm going to have a think about what I want to do with the top and the sides. There will be some patchworking involved, there will be some slow stitching involved, and I know my colours are going to be peaches and blues and greens with some neutrals thrown in to tone it down maybe. We'll see. Doilies, I'll have a look for doilies, and I don't know, whatever else takes my fancy. I might even, what does that look like still? See, that's got the lilac-y bit in again. I don't know, I'm not sure about the lilac. I'm going to keep to my palette, I think. I'm going to be strict and try and keep to my palette. So anyway, that'll be doing for now, I think. So thank you so much for watching me. I hope you enjoyed me tackling this old box that's going to have a new lease of life. So and I hope to see you again soon. So take care. Okay, bye bye.